and liabilities, in that case, we have to pass the journal entry and prepare a revaluation account. But when assets and liabilities are required to be shown at their old value, in that case, you have to follow these gaining sacrificing concepts. Okay. So you can see case 2. In this case, all the assets and liabilities are revalued. Think about it. If today date is 29th September. Okay. Okay, think about it. Let's say you have assets of 50,000 and it becomes 70,000. Now, if you want to show your assets at this new value, then you have to record the profit also.
Yes, sir.
But if you want to record your assets at old value, that is 50,000, you don't want to change the value of assets. So these two are situations that can be given in the portion. So the first one is you want to change your value of assets. In this case, you have to record the profit. Record profit of 2,000 or 20,000. And in second case, where you want to record your assets at their old value, in that case, no recording of profit. Okay, so in this case, you have to pass journal entry and you have to prepare revaluation account to calculate profit. But in this case, second case, there is no requirement of recording the assets at their new value, so we will not record the profit. And if we are not recording the profit, then no journal for profit and no revaluation account. So what will we do then? If there is no journal entry for profit and no revaluation account, there will be a separate entry, journal entry, through capital account. Through capital account, because you are not distributing profit, but there is profit. You cannot say that there is no profit. You don't want to record it, but there is a profit of 20,000 in this example. And that 20,000, if we don't distribute it right now, then it will be distributed in future. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So when it will be distributed in future, then it will be distributed in new profit sharing ratio instead of old profit sharing ratio. Okay. Now, in this example, let's say this is 50,000 assets value. It becomes 70,000 after 1 year. And it becomes 1 lakh, not 1 lakh. Okay, 1 lakh. 1 lakh. So from here to here, it is 20,000 profit. And if you distribute it, then in future, only 30,000 will be distributed. Yes or no? Here, you will distribute this in old ratio. And here it will be distributed in new ratio. Retirement at this point. Okay, so if you are retiring at this point 70,000 point, then you will distribute 20,000 profit in old ratio, and the balance 30,000 will be distributed in future in new ratio. Yes or no? Vivek, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
So you understood this, what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you are not going to distribute this 20,000 profit at this point, then this whole profit of 50,000 will be distributed here in new ratio. Yes or no?
यस सर, पहले 15 तो एक साल के बाद हो गया नहीं।
ओके, मैं डेट भी ले लेता हूँ तो फिर पता चल जाएगा आपको. लेट्स से इट इज, and this is whatever the date is. Okay. So if you don't distribute this 20,000 at the time of retirement on 31st March 2020, then the total profit of 50,000 will be distributed on 31st March 2024 in new ratio, because the partner is retired. So let's say there is 3 partners A, B, C. The profit sharing ratio was 2:1:1, and B retired. No, not B retired, A retired. Okay. So A retired. Okay, nothing, no. So new ratio will be 1:1. Now I will solve this situation in this example so that you will understand the concept behind first case and second case. Think about it, that in first case, there is 3 partners A, B, and C. The 20,000 profit will be distributed in old ratio, 2:1:1. Yes or no? And the balance 30,000, which we will earn after retirement, it will be distributed into 1:1. Is this clear?
यस सर।
Are having any confusion, because you are delaying your answer? So if you are having any confusion, any problem in understanding,
Confusion,
then you can
sir,
ask.
can you please can you tell it from starting, like
Can
how you've done that thing?
I am saying that there is 2 cases. One, that your asset was valued at 50,000, now it becomes 70,000. Okay. So the situation is that your asset value in the market is 70,000. So case 1, where you want to record your assets at new value, and case 2, where you want to record your assets at the old value. So if you are recording at 50,000, then there is no profit, no recording of profit. So no journal entry for profit recording. Journal entry will be passed, but not for profit. But here you are recording your asset at 70,000. So there will be profit of 20,000 and it will be recorded. So journal and revaluation account will be prepared. But in this case, the second one, no recording of profit, so no journal for profit and no revaluation account. Entry through capital account. So we will discuss this, what is the method of doing this, but I'm just explaining the concept here. So in first case, you need to prepare journal entry, you need to prepare revaluation account, but in second case, you don't have to record the profit. Okay, so we will just adjust the revaluation profit or loss through capital, nothing else. So I'm giving you the example here. Again, that previous example, 50,000, 70,000. So there is two date here. This is the partnership starting date, let's say, and at this date, one partner is retiree A, and in 31st March 2024, they are closing the business. Just assume that they are closing the business. So if on retirement of A, this 20,000 is recorded, okay, already recorded. So now the asset value is 70,000. At the time of closing the business, the value is 1 lakh. Only 30,000 profit will be recorded in future because 20,000 is already recorded in the past. Okay, so 50,000 becomes 70,000, 70,000 becomes 1 lakh. So one profit is 20,000 and the second profit is 30,000. This 20,000 is past profit before retirement. That's why it will be distributed in old ratio, and the 30,000 is earned after retirement. That's why it will be distributed in new ratio. Tell me if you understood up to this point. Yes?
Yes.
Any confusion?
No, sir. मीन सर
But
आपको ये तो है, मतलब पहले हम पे 50,000 रुपए थे, फिर हमको दूसरे साल के 2 साल बाद हम पे हो गए 7,000 रुपए, 17,000
पहले
रुपए।
पहले हमारे एसेट्स का वैल्यू 50,000 था, जो कि 2 साल के बाद जिस टाइम पे ए रिटायर्ड हो रहा था उस वक्त 70,000 हो गए। तो अगर हम ए के रिटायरमेंट पर इस प्रॉफिट को, यानी कि 20,000 का जो प्रॉफिट हुआ, इसको अगर बांट लेते हैं तो आगे चल के हमको ये प्रॉफिट फिर से बांटने की जरूरत नहीं है। तो जो बचा हुआ प्रॉफिट हम सिर्फ वही बांटेंगे। तो बचा हुआ प्रॉफिट है कितना? तो 70,000 हो गए हैं 1 लाख, तो बचा हुआ प्रॉफिट है 30,000, जिसको कि हम बांट लेंगे फिर से इन फ्यूचर न्यू रेशियो। बट अगर हम इस 50,000 से जो 70,000 हुआ है इसको नहीं बांटते हैं, तो हमको इन फ्यूचर पूरा का पूरा प्रॉफिट एक बार बांटना पड़ेगा 50,000 न्यू रेशियो। ओके,
अच्छा।
तो उसी के बारे में यहाँ बता रहा था कि ABC 3 पार्टनर है जिनका रेशियो 2:1:1 था, और अब उनका न्यू रेशियो 1:1 है। ए रिटायर हो गया, तो अब ए रिटायर्ड हो गया, this be 20,000 will be distributed in old ratio. It means 20,000 into 2:1:1. So 5,000 into 2, 10,000. 10,000 will go to A, 5,000 to B, and balance 5,000 to C. Okay. Is this clear?
यस सर।
Okay. After that, 30,000 in new ratio, मतलब 30,000 को हम नए अनुपात में बांट रहे हैं, तो बी को मिलेगा 15,000 और सी को मिलेगा 15,000। ए को कुछ भी नहीं मिलेगा क्योंकि ए ऑलरेडी रिटायर हो चुका है। ए को टोटल अमाउंट कितना मिला? 10,000। बी को कितना मिला? 20,000। सी को कितना मिला? 20,000। कोई दिक्कत? एनी डाउट?
नो सर।
ओके, अगर हम केस 2 से जाएं, यानी कि हमने प्रॉफिट रिकॉर्ड नहीं किया रिटायरमेंट के टाइम पे, तो हम पूरे के पूरे प्रॉफिट को 50,000 को न्यू रेशियो में बांटेंगे, जो कि 1:1 है। तो बी को मिलेगा 25,000, सी को मिलेगा 25,000, ए को कुछ भी नहीं मिलेगा। अब प्रॉब्लम ये है कि ए को 10,000 मिलना चाहिए था, जो कि नहीं मिला, तो ए को 10,000 का नुकसान हो गया। बी को 20 मिलना चाहिए था, 25 मिला है, 5,000 का प्रॉफिट और गेन कह सकते हो, गेन हो गया। इसको भी 5,000 का, और ये प्रॉफिट बेमतलब का है, मतलब इनको मिलना नहीं चाहिए था बट मिल रहा है। सो दिस प्रॉफिट शुड नॉट गो टू बी एंड सी। दिस 5,000, 20,000 they deserve, because they are also the partner. So 20,000 they deserve as per the first concept, but they are getting 25,000 and he is not getting anything if profit is not distributed. So what happened? We cannot say that okay, बांट लिया तो बांट लिया, अब नहीं मिलेगा, ऐसा नहीं कह सकते, क्योंकि वो भी पार्टनर है. अगर वो अभी जा रहा है फिर भी अगर हम प्रॉफिट को नहीं बांट रहे हैं तो वो अपना हिस्सा लेके जाएगा. ऐसा नहीं कि वो ये जो नुकसान हो रहा है ये चुपचाप सह लेगा, नहीं, नहीं सहेगा. वो बी और सी को कहेगा आपने मेरा 5,000 का प्रॉफिट ले लिया है जो कि फ्यूचर में आप बांटेंगे, तो अभी वो पैसा मुझे वापस करो, क्योंकि वो आपका प्रॉफिट नहीं, वो मेरा प्रॉफिट है जो कि तुम मुझे दे नहीं रहे. तो ये दोनों 5,500 पे कर देंगे. अब सबका हिसाब किताब बराबर हो गया. ए को जो मिलना चाहिए था वो मिल गया, और बी को जो नहीं मिलना चाहिए था, सी को जो नहीं मिलना चाहिए था वो नहीं मिला. बात खत्म. समझ में आया? तो इसी के लिए हम जर्नल एंट्री पास करते हैं, सैक्रिफाइसिंग पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट, सॉरी, गेनिंग पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट टू सैक्रिफाइसिंग पार्टनर्स कैपिटल. तो गेनिंग पार्टनर कौन है? बी, जिसको कि 5, और गेनिंग पार्टनर दूसरा कौन है? सी. ये दोनों मिलके 5,500 ए को दे देंगे. अब इसके लिए हम एक शॉर्टकट यूज करते हैं, वो भी मैं बता रहा हूं. अब प्रॉफिट जो रीवैल्यूएशन का है वो कितना था? 20,000. यस.
यस सर.
एंड we also calculate gaining sacrificing ratio.
या.
Okay, so A is sacrificing partner, as we know, because A is retiring, so he is leaving his share. So A sacrificing how much? 2:4. Yes or no? A is
यस.
sacrificing his own share. Now B is gaining how much? 1/2. And C is also gaining 1/2. Is this clear or not?
यस सर, इट इज क्लियर.
Okay, now A share will be 20,000 into 2/4, so 10,000. B share is this 10,000 into 1/2, because we will contribute to A, and C share will be 10,000 into 1/2. So it is also 5,000. So B account 5,000, C account 5,000, to A account 10,000. So this is the reasoning behind this calculation of gaining sacrificing ratio here. Because A was losing 10,000 and B and C is unnecessarily getting 5,000 extra. That's why A is taking his money back from B and C in this form. Gaining partners capital account debit to sacrificing partners capital. Okay.
ओके सर.
Now, if you have written this, then no issue. Otherwise, if you want to write it, then please write it fast.
श्योर सर, वेट अ मिनट.
Meaning of revaluation I have explained in our previous class. Any profit or loss due to change in value of assets or liabilities is recorded in revaluation account. Okay, so this is the meaning of this concept, revaluation, is change in value of assets and liabilities.
Okay, so I have to write it.
You can take the screenshot if you want.
No sir, screenshot. Right now I'm in phone.
You are
In phone. Phone. Today I'm attending with phone.
okay. I think you have written this re-evaluation concept, but if you want,
I have written it.
yes, this is also part of admission chapter.
Oh, the concept is the same, na? Nothing is the change from there, yeah.
There is little bit change, which I will explain.
Okay,
Uh,
I will add these two cases only, first case and second cases.
yes, these two cases also same in uh, admission chapter.
Yes.
The detail will be different. Journal entry will be same.
Okay, sir, I
Account
will add it. Mm,
account will also be same.
Okay. So can you show me like what I have to write it now?
You have to write it. This
Case
case
second.
two. Yes.
Okay. Hmm.
Done.
No, sir, wait. Sir.
Can you see the question number 27?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it is the balance sheet of X, Y, and Z who were sharing profit in proportion to their capitals stood as follows. At 31st March 2016, Y retires on 1st April 2016 and the following readjustment were agreed upon. Out of insurance, which was debited to the profit and loss account 1500, be carry forwarded as unexpired insurance. The provision for doubtful debt be brought up by to 5% of debtors. The land and building be appreciated by 20%, a provision of 4,000 be made in respect of outstanding bill for repairs, and the goodwill of the entire firm be fixed at 21,600. Y share of goodwill be adjusted to that of X and Z, who are going to share in future profit in the ratio of 3:1, pass necessary journal entries, and give the balance sheet after Y retirement. First of all, in this question, only journal entry is required. So I'm going to prepare the format of journal.
This question.
Okay. You were saying something about quotient.
Yeah, that's only journal entry. We have to prepare only journal entries. Yeah.
Yes, in this quotient, we have to prepare only journal entry. But there is one revised balance sheet also. So debit amount and credit. Now, out of insurance, sundry creditors, capital account, cash, sundry creditors, provisions, stock market. There is no item under the balance sheet which is to be distributed or adjusted. So we will move to the additional information. Out of the insurance which was debited to profit and loss account, 1,500 be carry forward as unexpired insurance, means prepaid insurance. Okay. So prepaid insurance is profit for the company because it is asset. So prepaid insurance account debit to revaluation account. Asset value is increasing, that's why it is profit, and revaluation account will be on the credit side, 1,500. The second is the provision for doubtful debts be brought up to 5% of debtors. Up to 5% debtors means 10,000 into 5%, it will be 500. So provision should be 500, but 200 is already created. So the balance is 300 now. Second entry will be revaluation account debit to provision for doubtful debts. Provision for
Doubtful doubt.
debts 300. The third, the land and building be appreciated by 20%. Now again it is a profit, so land and building account debit to revaluation. %20. So land and building value was 50,000. So 20% will be 10,000. A provision of 4,000 made in respect of repairs. So revaluation account to provision for repairs. Four thousand. After that, there is goodwill of the entire firm. We valued at 21,600. So we have to do this calculation also. Share of retiring partner, share of Y. Okay. The profit sharing ratio was in proportion to their capital. So you can say hold ratio was 3:2:1. 3:2:1. How I get this? 45,000, 30,000, 15,000. Okay, so by this you can get this. And the new ratio is given after retirement. It is 3:1. So 3:1. Now, share of Y will be 2/6. So 21,600 into 2/6. 7,200. And contribution by X and Z. So it will be 7,200 into 3/4 and 7,200 into 1/4. So 1,800 and 5,400. Just 1 minute. Sorry. So it is 5,400 and 1,800. So in this case, this is the case one of ratio. If you remember, when a partner retires and the ratio remains same because Y retired. So the balance is 3:1, which is the new ratio. In this case, gaining ratio is also same. So 3:1. So that's why 3/4, 1/4, 5,400, 1,800. Okay. So this entry will be passed, but before that, we have to pass the revaluation profit or loss journal entry. A revaluation is on the credit side 1,500. Let me write it with different colors so that you understand. It is profit, and here it is also profit revaluation. And there is two debit side item, which is revaluation 300 and revaluation 4,000. So 11,500 minus 4,300, so 7,200 revaluation profit. Now, if there is a revaluation profit, so it will be revaluation account debit to partners capital. not like this, partners capital to X capital to Y capital to Z capital. So 7,200 will be distributed into 3:2:1. So it will be 3,600 and after that goodwill entry, it is gaining partners capital to sacrificing. So X capital account debit, Z capital account debit to Y capital. So Y will get 7,200 and who will pay this? 5,400 by X and 1,800 by Z. So journal entry is passed. Now, there is why share of goodwill be adjusted? Yes, there is no information about payment to Z, means how much amount we have paid to Z. That's why we need to calculate how much amount is payable to Z. Amount payable to Z. You can calculate this amount by preparing capital account also, but I'm not preparing it because it is not asked in question. So opening balance of capital is 30,000. Actually, it is Y. It is 30,000 plus goodwill share. It is 7,200 and plus revaluation profit. It is 3,600. And 1,600, 7,000. So it is 40,800. And okay. So 40,800 amount payable. It will be transferred to the loan account of Y. So Y capital account debit to Y loan account. 40,800. 40,800. Okay. There is some mistake, I think. Goodwill 7,200 and a share of Y into revaluation. Okay, okay, sorry. It is actually I have taken the profit of X. It is 2,400. So 39,600 600 it will be. $39,600. This is your journal entry part. Now there is balance sheet preparation we have to do. Okay. Now, creditors, there is no change in creditors value. So we'll write here sundry creditors 13,800. Cash at bank is, there is no change in cash at bank also. So it will be 11,000. Debtors 10,000. 10,000 minus provision 500. Previous provision was 200, now it is 500, so 9,005. After that, there is stock of 16,000. Plant and machinery 70. And land and building increased by 20%. So 50,000 will become 60,000. There is two more additional information. There was prepaid insurance of 1,500. And 4,000 provision for repairs. Provision for repairs. After that, there is a capital account of partners. So capital account of X and Z, and there will be a Y loan account of 39,600. X and Z capital we need to calculate. X capital was 45,000 and his share of, I'm calculating the amount here so that you will understand, but actual calculation should be done in working mode. So 45,000 plus a revaluation profit of 3,600 minus 5,400 of goodwill share. In the same manner, Z amount will be 15,000 plus 1,200 minus 1,800. So 14,400 and 43,200.
Okay.
Okay. So now we will calculate total. Calculate it. So it is 1,15,000. It is 1,50,000. Now tell me if you have any doubt. There was two extra items. One is provision for repairs, that is to be created 4,000, and there is prepaid insurance of 1,500. So these two items was extra, and there is two change in the balance sheet items. One is debtors, and the second is land and building. So these four items will change in balance sheet. Otherwise, all the other items will be same. After that, there is change in these three items also, like X, Z, and Y loan account. X, Z capital account and Y loan account, because capital account will change due to goodwill, reserves, revaluation. So whatever the adjustment is, if capital account is not fixed, then it will change. And if it is fixed, then these amounts of revaluation, reserves, and profit loss, goodwill, it will go to current account of partners. So there will be a current account balance also in case of fixed capital method. This is your balance sheet.
Okay, sir.
Tell me if you have any confusion. I have solved this question by case one, because you can see I have changed the amount of assets and liabilities. And also in journal entry, I have distributed the revaluation profit in old profit sharing ratio. So this is case one. I will explain case two in our next class. And
Sir, can you please scroll down? I want to take a screenshot or something. This one and okay. Okay, sir.
okay, so this is your first case. You have to solve the question. I will share one, and you have to solve from your books also. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So before starting case two, I need to know that you understood the case one, because that is important for